In 1992, one man took on one of the world's most powerful countries and won. And he didn't do this by raising an army. He didn't fire a single shot. He waged economic warfare and forced a powerful country to give up. This is the story of George Soros and the day that Britain lost the fight against the market. To understand what happened, imagine a group of kids tying themselves together with a rope. They all agree to walk at the same speed so that nobody runs too far ahead and no one falls behind. That rope was Europe's exchange rate mechanism, the ERM. Before the euro existed, each European country had its own currency. Sometimes those currencies jumped up and down wildly, which made trade messy and unpredictable. So Europe said, let's all tie our currencies together so they stay close. If one country drifted too far, then everyone else would pull it back into line. It sounded smart, but there was a problem. Britain was tired. Its economy was slowing down and it needed rest. Lower interest rates, cheaper borrowing, and more room to breathe. But the rope wouldn't let Britain slow down. To stay tied to stronger European economies, Britain had to keep its interest rates high. However, that made money expensive and put pressure on business owners and homeowners. Britain was stuck. Keep walking too fast and hurt your own economy, or slow down and snap the rope. And George Soros was watching all of this. Think of him like someone standing nearby and watching the rope get tighter and tighter. He realized that Britain couldn't keep this pace forever. Eventually, the rope would break. So Soros made a bet. He bet that Britain couldn't keep up much longer. He borrowed huge amounts of British pounds and sold them. This put pressure on the rope. If the rope broke, then Soros could just buy back the pounds at a much cheaper price, pay back whatever he owed, and then pocket the difference. It was a direct challenge to the British government. Can Britain really stay tied to the system? Other traders saw the tension and joined in. Soon, pressure built fast. Then came September 16th, 1992, Black Wednesday. The Bank of England tried to hold the rope tight. They spent billions buying their own currency, and they raised interest rates to make the pound more attractive. It was like Britain attempting a last-ditch sprint to keep the rope connected, but the strain was too much, and by the end of the day, the rope snapped. Britain gave up and left the ERM. The pound fell in value almost immediately, and Soros cashed in his bet. He made over $1 billion in a single day. So what happened after the rope snapped? Britain was shaken. It had just lost in front of the whole world. Confidence took a hit. Trust in Britain's economic leadership was damaged. Many people felt that the country exposed the weakness that it couldn't hide. And while the economy stabilized in the years that followed, the scars never disappeared. It made leaders far more cautious about tying their currency to an outside system, especially Europe's push towards a shared currency. But across the continent, that lesson was different. European leaders saw the chaos and concluded that loose coordination wasn't enough. That thinking helped accelerate the creation of the euro, a single currency meant to prevent these battles altogether. The scars of Black Wednesday was the largest reason of why Britain never adopted the euro. And that brings us back to George Soros, the man history would nickname the man who broke the Bank of England. This moment would be legacy defining to him. His story became a reminder. In global finance, size doesn't guarantee control. Governments are powerful, but markets are bigger. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Side Notes. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And comment down below if you have any other topics that interest you or would like me to cover.